Welcome back to the UGO EU Team Helio versus Pro Bono PvPers. First map is going to be Legacy of the Firefly.
Pro Bono PvPers. Now that is an interesting name.
It's a great name. Whoever come up with that name, seriously, like.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I think it was Floody. Pretty sure it's Floody.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I do have to get us onto the right map actually, because it's not Legacy of the Firefly. It actually didn't end it.
Oh, that was you, man. But yeah, so Team Helio versus Pro Bono PvPers. Now, obviously, Team Helio, as I'm sure some people can tell, we do have Helio and Jeff, who are two NA players, and they did come over to EU today. I believe maybe the only NA players to do so. So shout out to them. And Helio is on Team USA, which is the #1 NA team. They were the second place team in the NA UGO last week. Jeff, who was on, I think he was the third place team, possibly fourth place team last week in the UGO. But he's been around in the scene for a while. He actually went to Worlds. He was on Team Never Lucky. So, you know, two pretty strong players there, and they are going to be joined by Aoni, who we've seen playing quite a few of these UGOs. He's actually playing a couple of the monthlies as well. Did the giveaway end? I don't know. Did it? Did the giveaway end?
Did the giveaway end? The giveaway's still going. I'm just going to keep it going to the end of the game. Oh, okay. So ! Ham is for the Frostforged Hammer skin. I will get your name as well. And then I'm going to end it, and I'm going to open another one, which is going to go for the next brick.
We're also going to be seeing Vans playing Mirage, which is pretty interesting. I have not seen Vans playing Mesmer. Yeah, he's not going to be playing his staple warrior. So we're actually going to be seeing him swapping to Mirage.
Which one is... Oh, okay,
he's fun, yeah. What? And then Synod, who we actually see play Necro quite often, I believe. He's going to be on the Chrono.
He pretty much plays Necro all the time. So yeah, I have seen him on Mesmer before, but not like a lot. But like, yeah, I mean Scourge. We have got Scourge. Okay, let's go over the builds. Let's do that. Yeah, and then we can talk about it.
Starting off on Team Helio, we've got the Red Thief Aoni. He's going to be playing Sword, Dagger, Shortbow, Strength, Ruin, and Marauder Amulet. Core, Thief, nothing crazy here. Next up, we've got, as I said, Vans, Fun, on the Mirage build. He's going to be playing Carrion, an Adventure Rune with Sword, Torch, Staff, so he'll be going for that Condi Mirage that we saw last game. Illusions and Dueling alongside Mirage. He does have Portal, so that's going to be at least one on this team. Monkey Jeff, he is the Firebrand. He'll be the support for this team. He's going to be playing standard Firebrand. However, he's actually going for Judge's Intervention instead of the Condi Clear Matcher. So a little bit more mobility. He's going to have a port, that extra heal from the Meditation trait. And it's an interesting choice. It's also a Stun Break as well, so it could be used for that. But we've got Synod on the Chrono, and he will be playing Paladins, Staff, Sword, Shield. He doesn't have Portal, so only one Portal for this team. And to be honest, I kind of like that. I think probably we're going to be seeing Synod going in these team fights a lot and might not need it as much. But he'll be playing Chaos and Inspiration along with Chronomancer. Oh, and finally, Vans. Wait. So Vans isn't...
no, I didn't think he was.
Oh, that must be Helio then.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Helio plays fucking everything, doesn't he? Sorry.
Right, yeah. That makes more sense.
Wow.
That's why I was a little bit surprised. But so Vans is going to be on Warrior.
That was my appreciation for the match that Helio says plays everything. I haven't sworn on a cast hardly ever. I can't believe that actually happened. But anyway, we won't talk about it because I won't put it out.
I didn't even notice, to be honest.
Basically, I was meant to say flip it. I can't remember if I swore. That's the thing. Anyway, someone clip that if you want. Anyway, I like when I see Helio. Helio is one of my favorite NA players for sure. Look at the monthly. Look at the monthly wins as well. This guy's got so much stuff. Anyway, did you finish with that team? I think you went over Vans.
Yeah, Vans just playing a normal Spellbreaker.
He's playing a normal thing.
Yeah. Alright, so blue. And we got our first Necro.
Indeed. Curse the Scourge Necro. Rune of Scavenging with Deadshot. Full Condi damage pain for this team, so we want to watch out for that in those team fights. Let's have a look over towards the Guardian who's going to be running. Oh, is that Hammer? Oh, right. Okay. I love this build so much. Radiant Hammer, man. Oh, not that Hammer, man comment was not intentional. I'm sorry. I like MC Hammer, but not that much. But beautiful builds. Actually, to be fair, if they had a Scourge on the red team, I'd be like, this would be fantastic. But they haven't. So I actually don't think it's going to be great against many of those team members because they've got blocks, they've got distortions, they've got ports. You know, it's not going to be as easy to lock these guys down. Even Aeon as well, because he's running, you know, he's running SD. So I don't know. It could be good versus a couple of people. I think that Hammer Guard build is fantastic against Scourges. But yeah, I don't know. You play Guardian quite a lot, Roy. What do you reckon about that Hammer Guardian build?
I mean, it's a decent build. I wouldn't be running it in a match like this, but I mean, it's decent. I think for ranked, it's really the best thing you can run solo on Guardian probably, unless you have a Necro you can support with Firebrand. But yeah, no, in a match like this, I wouldn't really run it. As you said, I don't think it's gonna do too much against most of these players. It can't really win 1 versus 1 against Vans. It's not gonna do much with that. It's gonna be hard to lock Ione down, I think. And I mean, we'll have to see. It's really interesting, though. We've got 2 Mesmers on one team and no Mesmers on the other.
And 2 Guardians on the other team as well. Okay, so we've got this. We've got the Herald Rune Engineer as well. This is going to be big Jebro. Doesn't look,
Herald
you know,
Engineer?
like anyone. I mean, doesn't look like anyone I know. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know,
looks
dude.
like Mike O'Brien.
Roy is no longer casting today. He looks very handsome at the very least, and I'm sure as well Mike would appreciate that comment. But yeah, he's going to be running this Solacite. He's going to be playing Olasmith. But the Inventions variant. Protection is going to be able to remove a lot of those conditions that come out. If there are a lot of conditions, which again, it's not many. In all honesty, they've got no Scourge. I think they could go for the more tools-orientated build, but they're not going to go for that. It's going to click over the other Guardian Firebrand. He's going to be playing Menders with Water. Saurus is going to be playing SD, of course, with Deadly Arts, Aerobatics, Acrobatics, and Trickery. Let's go with this second series of the day. We're in the round of 8, starting to whittle down the teams. Let's go. Roy's going to be giving us those splits on the map. Go ahead, Roy.
And we're going to be seeing the Hollow-Smith from the blue side starting off Temple. Aeone and Van's going to be crossing, though, so he will be 2 versus 1 to start off. And it looks like Helio going to be picking up the Temple, that Mirage on the side of Red Team. Blue's probably going to be going for the... Oh, actually, Aeone gets stopped by the Core Guardian as well as the Thief on Blue Team, which I really like, stopping the 2v1 over on this node. Blue going to be outnumbered on mid at the moment, though. 2 versus 2 versus 2, until Helio rotates in from far.
Don't let me down, Big Jebro. You're doing a not too bad job. You are 2v1ing at the moment, so hopefully you should be able to end that fight quite soon. Aeon is back on the midpoint. Target picked up. I think that's I've definitely seen him before. Goes down low. Unfortunately, did miss that kill as Aeon did pull away, so I'm going to blame him because of my badness. And Arena is just trying to avoid some damage up top as well, as now the Scourge does not have its defense and needs to try and get him out if at all possible, otherwise he will go down. That's him going down, so there you go. No peel for him at all, unfortunately. Strategu on the other side of the map as well. This 2v1 is still occurring versus Vance. This is something they do not want to do at all in this game. No one wants to 1v1 him, let alone 2v1ing. And I don't think that's a great idea, unfortunately.
This is actually going to be 3 versus 2, though. Strategy of forced to move out, but Aeone's on top of him, and he's very low. Doesn't have any cooldowns. He's probably going to go down here. Aeone going to be able to pick up another kill on this Core Guardian. We do see the Firebrand rotating in. Nice MI, actually. And he is going to be able to support that Core Guardian for the time being. But Red Team looking like they're about to get a triple cap with Vans picking up Alter. Blue Team need to recover. They need to regroup, and they need to figure something else out. Because at the moment, what they're doing now is not working.
Yeah, I think you're possibly looking at your first/second place team, maybe second place team in the whole tournament today, guys. So this will potentially be quite one-sided. You guys did decide that you wanted to watch this series, so all good. You just want to find out the teams, you want to find out their stories, you want to see Vance and Jeffries and Helio and Ian.
Really nice res there. I'm not really sure. That must have been the Firebrand using Signet of Mercy on the Necro, but he's able to get him up. However, unfortunately, a lot of damage coming out from this Red Team, and he's going to go down. The Firebrand's still low. The Core Guardian also low, and I don't think they're going to be able to pick anything up from this. But that is going to be a decap coming off from the Blue Team's Thief over on Temple. Jebro, the Hollowsmith going to be trying to decap Temple, but he's not going to have too much luck against Vans here in this 1v1. And looks like probably Red Team going to continue to dominate with this triple cap.
I just think trying to force Vance into his strongest position is just bad. They need to get out of that situation. I think he just needs to leave. And Aeon plus wanting. Oh no, he's going to equalize up this 2v1. I just think they need to get out of this situation. I just don't think that it's going to be great for them, unfortunately. Stratego as well goes down elsewhere as they start to disengage and move over towards that point, as well as the Guardian, of course. Necro going down in the roads over towards the altar. Not a single kill coming out for the blue team yet. And Soros trying to hold out maybe with Jebro on the other side of the map. Maybe they can just hold these two members up. It's not looking too fantastic at the moment for them, unfortunately. We did see the rampage coming out from Vance. Didn't get anything out there. They're actually not doing bad surviving here, but they're not achieving anything, unfortunately. Stillness does pop up. It looks like Red Team should be able to get a quick cap on that. They do indeed. That's a triple cap plus another triple cap. We've got 6 cap coming out on the map for these guys at the moment. We could see our first... I don't know if we've ever seen a 500-0 game in the UGO yet, but that's possible.
That would be interesting, yeah. And again, I mean, I don't know that this Core Guardian is going to be able to bring a lot to this team, as we said. And I also, you know, I mean, of course, the Scourge Firebrand duo is good, but Synod actually going down. We might see some points coming in here if they can get this kill. I don't know if Helio is going to be able to support him on his own, but this Necro running away. And it's not going to be a wash, boys.
Oh,
5 points on the board for blue team. That's what I'm talking about all the way, boys. And Helio actually going pretty low as well. So we're doing a nice job of staying on him. We do see Jeff coming in for the support, though, and he's probably going to be all right. Strategio coming in, but we could see mid going the way of blue team if they're able to stay on this node, and red team can't stop it from being capped. But, I mean, yeah, is it the fact they don't have any Mesmers? Is it just red team playing a lot better? Although Jeff now maybe going to be going in downstate 2 on this mid node, the Thief, as well as the Core Guardian doing a lot on him. We do see Ione as well as Synod coming in for the res, but a lot of pressure from that Necro, actually. Yeah, I'm probably going to be able to cleave him. And I think we're going to see another kill picked up here for blue team, as well as maybe this mid node. It is pretty late, though.
Yeah, I mean, not...
coming back here. 10 points to 430. I don't know even if with this mid cap, they're going to be... Honestly, I don't even know if we're going to see Tranquility pop up.
I mean, no, and not like actually going for that +1 on the Warrior NG matchup there as well is really, really good, because they can actually use their thief elsewhere and they can potentially pull out, you know, like the kills at mid and actually get the decap at far as well. But they need to...
Wow, Strategy doing a great job picking Ione up here in Rhodes. Yeah. Going to rally, unfortunately, off Source, but really nice job from Strategy. Honestly, I mean, yeah, obviously Team Helio is going to be winning this game, but it's nice to just point out a couple good plays there. Strategio doing an awesome job picking Ione up. But yeah, it looks like game 1 going to be going the way of red team.
The main thing in versus a team like this is like Vance is easily one of the best 1v1s on the point right now in the game. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you like him, you hate him, whatever. He is just the truth. And what do you do versus that? What do you challenge the 1v1 to keep him busy in out fights? Do you leave? Do you,
on the side of blue team, I think the best thing they have is the Scourge Firebrand. I mean, I would honestly push whatever node he's on with the Scourge Firebrand.
Fair enough. Sounds like a possible strategy. But then it's like, what do you do in that situation then? Like, if they can't even 2v1 him for that, like for too long, then you know it kind of screws up their team fight elsewhere. And they've got no portals, so it's a big risk to commit to. But again, you know, it could be something they could try. Have they left?
I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Vans is the truth. But yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. Look, that was obviously not a close game, right? I mean, red team basically stomped those boys. But I mean, I think blue team could still come back. They have a strong comp here. Although, no, they haven't left. They're swapping. Oh, we've got Ostrich Eggs coming out here, boys. First we see Jebro playing, and now Ostrich Eggs.
What?
It's great. But we're gonna see the double Mesmer coming out from blue team.
Is this actually Ostrich Eggs?
No,
it's not. Sure. Is it?
No way. There's no way that's actually Ostrich Eggs.
It's not.
No, it's Floody. It's Floody. Yeah, no, Floody. Yeah, Floody's a little bit of a memer.
Okay.
But so now we see the comp change. You know, this honestly, I understand. Maybe people think I'm memeing here a little bit, but by the way, Jebro, you gave the points to the wrong team.
Yeah, I'm just giving you some hope.
This is what I like to see. Blue team they honestly got demolished, right?
Yeah,
They 500 to 10 or whatever. But they instead of just rage quitting or getting tilted, they changed their comp. All right. Obviously, they were trying not to play with Mesmers, which is honorable. Probably not the best choice, but you know they bring the Mesmers back in. They say, okay, that didn't work. Let's do something different. Let's try and take this game back. Let's try and get it at least closer, if not win a game. And that's the attitude that every team really needs to have, in my opinion. So the only differences here that we're going to be seeing, actually, strategy is still in core guard, so we're not going to be looking at this Fireburn anymore. So obviously, blue team now going for a bit more of a comp, similar to what we saw the last team that won run, the no Firebrand sort of heavy rotational comp. Suki will be playing this Chronomancer, Sword Shield Staff, Leadership Paladins, Chrono Chaos Inspiration. He doesn't have Portal, meaning that Erringer is a Nagi. The Mirage will probably be bringing it. He will, and he is going to be running Carrion and Adventure Rune. So we're going to see the double Mesmers coming out here. Ostrijags, the Hollow.
It's gone tools.
He is running Static Discharge now, yeah. So he is going to be running that damage build instead of the protection with Alchemy. Sorry, with Arms or whatever the heck the other
He's
trait
not
line
going
is.
for intel. He's going for
Inventions.
Sigil of Purging as well. So there's all these little interesting, and this is the thing as well. It's going for See, this is when we need to see people changing things up and thinking about the comp there versus, because he's going for Protosmate Converter to remove condies, conditions to boons, when there isn't really that much condition damage coming out from this team. To be fair, I mean, if there was a Scourge, I could kind of understand, but there's some things in some of these builds where I'm just like, maybe they need to just think about the comp there versus switch it up a little bit. But here we go.
Well, we do have one condition build. We do the Mirage is Carrion. Helio's running Carrion. And he's actually getting hit pretty hard here. And, blue team doing a nice job of stopping that crossover. Jeff is going to be able to support him, and Helio's just going to drop the portal and now rotate over to mid. Both side nodes going to be picked up, so obviously a better start here for blue team. And the portal is going to be opened by Helio, sending Vans through to Henge, and I don't know if Flooddy's going to be able to make it back in time to stop the decap. He isn't. So nice portal there from red team.
Suki is going to go down on the midpoint. Are they going to see a res nice Chaos Storm as well? It doesn't look like it.
Oh, good port there from the stop.
Wow.
Don't think it's going to be enough. Ring coming down there from Stradito. And he's now going to be in a 1 versus 2 against Jeff and Synod. Probably just going to have to rotate off. Is pretty low. Doesn't have a lot of cooldowns. Sora's going to be picked up as well by Oni and Rhodes. But a nice decap coming out from Erangor. The Mirage on the side of this blue team. He's going to be able to get mine decap.
Don't think the Guardian's trying to get over towards this point. He does escape in the 1v2 after almost 2 players trying to come up and take him out from behind. Then we've got the the Mirage on this point as well. Fun, ha. Of course, I'm focusing on right now is going to be able to take Strategijo down as well. Once he starts to run out of cooldowns, especially Condi removal, unfortunately, in the end, Aragorn needs to disengage if he possibly can. He does have Portal. He's did a great job on this little kind of mini jumpish puzzle. Evades a ton of damage there as well. He needs to make sure he can bail though. Still got the portal. I know it runs out. And he has got the recharge up fairly soon. So it looks like he's just trying to distract at the moment in 1v2. While they 2v1, or 2v2, sorry, on the other side of the map with their Firebrand as well. We have to watch out for him. Ostrijags, aka Floody, aka Jebro, or everything else. They're going for this 2v2 with Soras as well. Main focus, oh god, I wouldn't even want to...
I mean, they need to focus Jeff here. I don't know why they're focusing Vans. I mean, Jeff is the much better target. Maybe they're just trying to waste some of the cooldowns on Jeff and they'll swap. But now Jeff looks like the thief is going on and maybe realized that Vans is the wrong target. And Erangor finally went down, stood over the other side of the map. But yeah, I mean, a little bit of a better start there from blue, but it's not really... They didn't get a lot of points. The decaps came in early from red team. And honestly, I feel like the Firebrand would have been the better choice than the Core Guardian. Here for this comp, just because I think the support in these team fights might have been a little bit better. But yeah, blue team is still getting shut down pretty hard. Although I say that, Strategic are doing a decent job against Helio over on mine. Aoni coming in here to plus this, which means that blue team should be outnumbered on the outnumbering on the rest of the map. And yet, red team's still picking up mid and henge. So
I mean, he's got a lot of burst. I mean, he can take that. He can take that Mesmer out. I mean, it's definitely doable, but like Aeon does come over and help him out. It's just whether or not he can get off those abilities, those key abilities. You know, the Hammer 2 and maybe even the Banish at times. But you know, if you don't hit those key abilities, you're not going to be able to win any of those 1v1s. And brought him low, but I don't think it was enough in the end. I think Helio did avoid a lot of that damage in the rotation. But Soras trying to get away, does bail back, but unfortunately gets right back into that cleave. The thief got unlucky. Put up towards the ledge. Sorry, didn't get around to this ledge over here on the left-hand side. Unfortunately, just ported back into the midpoint. And we are going to see the second player going down. Suki will go down as second member at mid. And that's going to be 3 players. It doesn't... I mean, in all honesty, we know what's happening in this game. We know where it's probably going, especially after the last. It's trying to see how these teams can improve as well in, you know, the lower bracket. If we can see them maybe in the future tournament and see how they can improve. Building that story up and seeing if they can, you know, if they play in future tournaments, as they improve, you know, what do they do? Do they start playing, you know, potentially more teamfight oriented comp? Maybe go back to a Firebrand with this double Mesmer, Thief and NG comp, which actually might be pretty good as well. I don't know. Maybe there's many different options. They're not doing too bad in this 2v2 on this other side, on this side of the map though. Over on Henge, it's actually not been too bad. But they've had different players jumping in and out as well. So Chija on the other side, Fun does go down. Unfortunately, we will see the stomp coming out onto the Guardian once again. Beautiful soundtrack on the downstate there. But yeah, I mean, there we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, as you said, I think it is probably going to be going the way of red team again pretty easily for this red team. Again, just kind of dominating this match. And yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see the Firebrand still maybe on the side of blue team. Although I got to be honest, I really like this Core Guardian. I think he's doing pretty well. And I mean, obviously, I'm a fan of Guardians, and especially Core Guard. I think it's a fun build to play, as you said. Unfortunately, I don't know. Oh, actually, a great ring here. Does an awesome job. Helio and Ione going very low, supporting this Chrono, and Helio might go down. He is going to go down. And again, I mean, just awesome +1 there from the Core Guardian. Although,
yeah, but he's not paying attention.
Ione doesn't get the stop.
Yeah.
Now he's able to. Soros coming in, able to get him down, and I'm not sure why Ringar coming in here. Although maybe he's just rotating because he's low. Yeah. But it's gonna be 2 kills picked up for blue team. Portal coming out for Ringar might get this decap. Although Synod is
all the team is here as well. To be fair, and they need to send everyone through that portal. Maybe not everyone, but just keep the Mesmer far they do. That's good. That's
I mean, you know what? We've seen some pretty crazy comebacks before. I mean, you get 2 kills, you pick up a node, you send the rest of your team to collapse on the rest of the map. Yep. Jeff going pretty low over here in mid. They can get another kill, get another decap, another node, and just hold 2 cap for a while.
That's right.
Jeff gonna go down. A lot of damage coming out from this Core Guardian, this Thief, as well as the Mirage. But you know, again, I think the problem is mostly experience. I think this red team has a lot of very experienced players.
Left the Mesmer on that side of the map on his own. So they're switched and they got the kill. They're 3v1s, but they didn't think about the next part. They've always got, and this is where, you know, you're going to see those more experienced and, you know, cohesive teams coming out where they're not just thinking once about the next movement. They're always thinking about the game in general, where their next rotation is, looking at the map, you know, checking the matchups. All right, he's going to respawn. So we go over to, so in that example, just thinking about what happened there, they win this fight here. They end up with 4 players on this side of the map. They get the Mesmer, they go to mid, they kill Jeff, and then it stops. They don't think about the respawns, unfortunately. They come out as going over towards mine. They still 3v1 here. They lose this member. They come over to here. They just snowball from mine to mid, and they're going to go to far now over towards Hench. They'll probably pick up another couple of kills maybe, or they'll just disengage Jeff as well. So I mean, he's thinking about, you know, all of those steps. What's the perfect recipe for that epic cake? I don't know. You don't just chuck eggs and flour into a bowl. You got to do with the other stuff that comes along.
Well, you got to crack the eggs first. You're absolutely
exactly
right.
Well, I mean, we're not even getting that far at the moment, times. But I mean, but also to give credit, because I don't want to sound like I'm slaying anyone. It was a good port mid.
Yeah,
it's just like, you know.
And again, I like them changing the comp up. You know, like I said, I like the fact that they didn't do very good the first game. They tried to change the comp up, and but I think it just really shows how good red team is. And like I was saying, I mean, all these players we've seen in previous UGOs, in monthly ATs, in daily ATs. I mean, obviously, you know, as I said, Helio is on the top, the #1 team on an A. Synod, Vans is on one of the best teams on an A as well, and he plays on EU all the time. Synod as well, Jeff in as well, and Ione has gotten extremely far in AT UGOs, and he actually almost won a monthly AT. So,
well,
I mean, all these players are very top players, and very top players. That's some good English there, Roy. But You know, they're
okay.
they're expected to win. Oh, I'm American, all right. Yeah, you live in America now, bud. All right, you're one of us.
I know, but you're like, you know, there's the English over here is very, you know, it's just different. I mean, I found out some interesting facts recently about that as well.
Yeah,
Apparently,
sure.
back in the day, Americans and you know English people didn't sound that posh until you know the whole revolution and everything else. So I mean, I didn't even know about this. So anyway.
We're not even talking about Guild Wars 2 anymore. We're talking about the American Revolution.
Well, we've had Roman in here today as well. I mean, this
Welcome to Guild Wars 2 casts, guys. We're talking about American history, by the way. That's the Unity Gaming Organization bringing you your school during Sunday.
I can give you all the facts, man. I like history. You gotta
I like
enjoy
history too. But
it's true.
either way, it does look like.
No, you don't, Roy. Stop lying.
What?
You hate history.
No, I don't.
You like no the Roman Empire. I don't want to talk about them. I don't like the Roman Empire.
I like the Roman. What's even happening right now?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something to do while we wait for this game to finish.
It does look like our team are going to be taking this game. Well, it does look like, yeah, it's looked like it for a while. But you know, as I said last game, what American history? Wow. I want to say I think Strategic did a really nice job. I like how he's playing. I mean, even now he's on 1 health and he killed Aoni. Like, look at that. I mean, I think he's played very well. I think he played pretty well last time as well.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think that he's not enough to sort of carry this team. But this blue team.
Oh, nice pick up kill on the end again. Nice. Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna see them. We're gonna see them go down to the lower brackets, and you know, maybe they're gonna be able to do something down there. I don't know that they'd be able to come back and beat this team the second time. But I'm definitely, you know, again, I like to see these teams, they take the loss and they try and change something up. And they continue to play. They haven't just given up after the first couple minutes. You know, they didn't give up after the first loss, even though I think a lot of teams might. And you know, they're trying new stuff, and that's really good to see. It's really nice to see that. Even though, I mean, hey, they got almost 100 more points than they did last game, if we're gonna look for silver linings here. So there you go.
Well,
but game number 2 going to be going to Team Helio, and
it's important.
We'll be moving on to the next one.
You're right about that. They did change their comp. That was good. Hopefully, low bracket Inc.
Did you see that? Red team got a capture.
Okay, cool. So they still have a chance to come back into this tournament. They go to the lower bracket, they win that game, they keep going on, and they could get, you know, they could get to the finals at the very least of the lower bracket. And if they lose that, they will pick up 500 gold for the team. So obviously make sure, hopefully, that they don't actually completely leave. That would be fantastic. I'm going to bring us back. So there was going to be 2-0 in the end. I didn't really get many replays, unfortunately, because there wasn't really a massive amount going on. But, yeah, so that happened. And hopefully next time we'll see, you know, we'll see if they come back up and we'll see if there's any improvements. But like Roy said, I think, you know, Firebrand in that comp with the double Mesmer would have been the best one. I agree with you completely. But yeah. You're about to
it does look like LIQR 1-2 over Fatal Fantasy. We might be able to actually jump into another game, though. If Mesmer free casting fairly well or Crustipe versus I Do Kung Fu are still going, we could jump into that game. If you want to just, instead of going to a break.
We could do that.
Let's see what the passwords are.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Okay, let me just chuck it over to the break.
But yeah, so we are gonna the first semifinal will be LIQR, which is the rank 55 team, versus Team Helio. That should be a good match. Obviously, we did just see Team Helio dominate those 2 games, so they're obviously a strong team versus rank 55, who is the #1 team at the moment. So I'm looking forward to seeing that game. I mean, it would be amazing. Obviously, rank 55 won in the day last week. You know, I don't think a lot of people expect them to lose this UGO. I think most people are saying, I mean, they're not the underdogs by any means whatsoever. They're very strongly the #1 team. But I would love to see an upset. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've seen other teams win the UGOs in the past, but I think that was mostly when rank 55 wasn't really playing, or maybe they only had 1 or 2 players on, playing in the UGO. But I would love to be able to see someone come out and beat them, and I think that's what a lot of these teams have been trying for. You know, they've been playing the last few UGOs, the ATs and stuff to practice. And I mean, I really think everyone's goal on EU, certainly at this point, is to beat rank 55, which is just it's a nice thing to see.
I mean, everyone's goal is to win a tournament against them.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
Team
obviously.
USA,
But I mean,
like, you know, they obviously won. They did
Yeah.
win a series versus them, but I'd like to see them play a chrono and see how it goes because they got.
I would rather
very
see no one
close.
play a chrono, to be honest with you.
Well,
But,
obviously, yeah. But like with the meta
Yeah.
the way it is, like chrono is. I mean, I don't hate chrono at all. I actually think it's a very cool build.
No, I don't either. But
it's
I think
too much. It's too strong with what I think is in the game right now. I think that it brings back that whole very tanky, sustainy meta, which is not as fun to watch. In all
no,
honesty,
I would
if
rather
you
be seeing
remember
the
our Pro
Scourge.
League.
Scourge Firebrand do. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
you know, some people. I think part of it is you if you removed the Scourge, right? Then it's like, all right. So you either have, or sorry, if you move the Chrono, like it's either Firebrand Chrono or Chrono and something else, or Scourge Firebrand, right? It's like if you can't do away with both. You'd have one or the other, unless you just somehow nerf both of them into the ground. But I feel like the Scourge Firebrand duo is a little bit more intuitive. It's a little bit more interesting to watch than Chronos on every team. And I also think, as you said, it's more exciting. It's, you know, there's a ton of damage going down on the node. Obviously, Scourge is essentially a glass cannon build. It doesn't, you know, which is why you need the Firebrand with it. It can't really support itself as well, and it doesn't have, you know, a lot of defensive utilities. So I think watching that is a lot more interesting than the Chrono, which is, as you said, a very bunkerish build. It's a very defensive build, even though it still can do a lot of damage. And obviously very strong in these team fights with the Grav Wells and whatnot, the Disenchanter and everything. So I would love to see that meta sort of go back to that. But at the same time, I like the idea that you can have multiple different comps. You know, I don't want everyone to just run Firebrand Scourge. I want there to be other comps to run besides it.
Yes.
But now we kind of get into the meta where everyone just runs Chrono. You know, the after in Chrono.
It will be that. Yeah, I mean, it just takes a while for everyone to kind of catch on and be like, we need to have this, we need to have that, and then these roles are kind of a little bit interchangeable. Mainly 1v1 fighters, probably. Okay, so I can't get any info at the moment. I think we're gonna have to go and talk to the guys in chat, unless you want to drop in there.
Oh no! If you look at the admin chat, the password.
Ooh.
We can go to Arena.
Oh,
B.
nice. Okay, cool. Oh no. Okay. Arena B.
Although this looks like the blue team might be winning this game. They're about 200 points up.
Oh,
Just catching the end of it, I think.
Okay.
I would assume it's the second game. It's on Forest, and I'd be pretty surprised if they were still doing the first game.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like blue team did just win that. Unfortunately, we just kind of came into the end there.
All right then. Well, I think we'll probably
and
go
yeah,
to a break.
Mesmer for guessing. Yeah.
I think we'll probably go to a break, and then we'll just see how we're going, and we'll get you guys to vote on the semi-final. So keep looking at the semi-final. I mean, do we really? I said we're going to vote for these series, but if you don't vote for the semi-final with LIQR versus Team Helio, I mean, you're trolling me. That's fine, but you're trolling yourself. In all honesty, I mean, that's
let's
be
just
a
have
good
a UGO where we don't watch Rank 55 play once.
Yeah. We didn't see him until late on last time. So there will be a straw poll. Rod's going to shut that in the chat, and then we'll put it in the vote command as well. I am going to draw the previous winner. So we're going to pick this winner, and I'll do the next one. The winner is going to be Miracle. Hey, dude. Regular viewer says channel. Thank you, dude. Make sure you put your IG in the chat. Whisper in me if you want, but just put it in the chat. I'll pick it up. When we get that, I will do the next giveaway for another skin. Just make sure you're paying attention to chat as well. And we'll be back as soon as possibly can. We've got the result to that second game in the lower bracket. In the bracket we're currently in, the round of 8. We've got 2 more semi-finalists. We'll be bringing you that action as soon as possible. We'll see you very shortly. Don't go away.